the thoughts you think about, the way that you approach things, how you respond to others, how you respond to your world, how you show up in the world. All of these things have everything to do with where your mindset is at. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa Jubis and I am an intuitive life and success coach as well as an energy healer. And on this channel, we talk about all things mindset, manifestations, law of attraction, and spirituality. So I want to talk about mindset because mindset is one of the most important components to becoming successful, to having more in your life, to looking at things a different way, to the way that you show up in the world. Your mindset will play a role in all of these things and so much more. So how can you improve your mindset? Well, first and foremost, you really have to start paying attention to what your thoughts are. What are the thoughts that you're having? What is the first thing that you think about when you wake up? This will give you a really good indication as to where it is that your mindset is at. Now, my first tip with this is for you to ask yourself, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? Sit with yourself and ask yourself this question and do it daily. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Because here's the thing. When you start focusing on, oh, it's raining again, or oh, I'm going to be late to work, or oh, I have to deal with blah, 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 blah. These thoughts lower your vibration and they don't put you in a place for your mindset to be in a good place. So when you first think about what it is that you're grateful for, you automatically start bringing in positive thoughts into your mind. I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. I'm grateful for boiled eggs. I'm grateful for the sunlight. I'm grateful for the breeze. I mean, there are so many things. They could be huge things. They could be small and mundane things. But when you start looking into and tapping into those places of gratitude, you automatically, like I said, raise your vibration and you start feeling good. So you always want to begin your day with asking yourself, what am I grateful for today? Which brings us to the next point. So as an NLP coach, if you don't know what NLP is, it's neuro-linguistic programming, which is basically the manual for the mind. So in NLP, we learned that what you have in your mind, the thoughts that are running in your mind, the thoughts that are occupying your mind constantly, creates what you experience on the outside. Okay, so basically, perception, your perception of the world is what will be projected out into the world. So think of it this way. You have a movie reel going on in your mind, okay? Your particular movie reel will have a particular movie playing, and that movie represents your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences, all the things that make up the information that you have in your brain all the time. And your movie reel is projecting onto a big screen. So that is why we say perception is projection. Okay, so this is what we call your internal representation. So depending on how you're feeling or the experiences that you had, or what are your stories that you're playing in your mind, these equate to things like, what are your limiting beliefs? What is it that you have created and what are you focusing on? So your internal representations will depend on what it is that you're focusing on. What are the thoughts, the emotions, the experiences, the memories that you have. Okay? All of these play a role. Now, in order to shift your mindset, you need to really become aware. First, you got to become aware of what it is that you're thinking. Are you constantly on a negative loop? Or are you constantly saying, oh, that's never going to happen for me? Or I can't do XYZ, or that is so hard. Those are negative thoughts. Those are thoughts that don't serve you. And so this is how we start creating limiting beliefs. Now, limiting beliefs, that's a whole other topic, but just to kind of quickly mention, limiting beliefs can also be beliefs that were passed on to you, where let's say when you were a kid, you were kind of quiet and your mom or dad or whomever was always saying something like, oh, she's shy or he's shy. And then all of a sudden, this becomes your identity. And this may not even be true about yourself. Maybe you're just somebody who's a really good observer and you're a really good listener. So these are limiting beliefs. Now, going into the mindset, going into the whole, like, how is it that you train your mind? First and foremost, like I said, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of your thoughts. You have to be aware of your habits. You have to be aware of your actions. You also have to be aware of the words that you're using. So all of these things make up what your mindset is like. So the moment that you catch yourself thinking in a negative state, that's an opportunity for you to start retraining your mind and rewiring new neural pathways. Okay, this is another thing that we learn in NLP and that I use to help my clients with. So rewiring these neural pathways, this new way of thinking, takes total and complete awareness, like I said. So instead of saying things like, oh, I can't do blah, 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 or, oh, this is so hard, you can start reframing the words that you're choosing. Because here's the thing, your subconscious mind will never make you a liar. What does that mean? Whatever it is that you tell yourself, whatever it is that you believe in your mind about yourself, your subconscious mind will take as absolute 100% truth. So this means that if you're saying things like, oh, I can never be a singer, or I can never do XYZ, guess what? You're going to make that into a reality. You'll never do it. There's a wonderful quote by Henry Ford, and it says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And this quote is so spot on because it goes to show you that what you're thinking about creates your actual reality. And so your mindset has everything to do with that. Your mindset has everything to do how it is that you're showing up in the world, how it is that you're speaking to people, how you're responding, how you're reacting to things. So the other thing about mindset is that you get to choose every single day, every single moment, exactly what it is that you want to focus on, exactly what it is that, how it is that you want to think about things, how it is that you want to perceive things, how it is that you want to interpret things. You get to choose this. Nobody else gets to do this for you. Why? Because you are the master of your mind, okay? Nobody can make you feel one way or another. So whenever you hear yourself or others saying things like, you made me upset, or so-and-so made her blah, 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 nobody has the authority to make you feel anything. That's the other thing about NLP. We learn that we are always at cause. Everything else is simply an effect. We are the masters of our thoughts. We get to choose exactly how it is that we're engaging in the world, and we get to choose exactly how it is that we want to see things in the world. So you basically create your reality, and your mindset is a good indication as to how it is that you're engaging in the world. So since nobody can make you feel one way or another, you have the ability to own your own happiness, for example. I was telling this to my daughter recently. I was telling her, nobody on the outside of you can make you happy. Happiness comes from within. Happiness sits right inside of you. Whatever it is that you want, you already have. All those questions that you're looking for, all you have to do is turn inward, because everything that you need to know is already inside of you. So the other thing about mindset is moving from here, the head, which is the ego, chatter, inner critic, all that jazz. Moving from here all the way here to the heart, which is self-love, which is compassion, which is understanding, which is your true identity. So moving from here to here is a journey, and this is a choice that you get to make. And it all begins with choosing how it is that you want your mindset to be. You get to choose exactly what you're going to focus on, what you're going to think about, the words that you're going to use to describe yourself and others around you, the way that you're going to see things in the world. All of these things have everything to do with how it is that you want to manage your mindset. So start paying attention to the thoughts that you have. Ask yourself the first thing in the morning, what am I grateful for today? Pay attention to the thoughts, to the feelings, to the way that you're responding to things, to the way that you're reacting to things. Everything begins with awareness, and do your very best to move from here, the chatter, the ego, all the way here. You want to move to the heart, because when you're moving and you're operating from the heart center, you have more compassion, you have more forgiveness, you have more understanding, you have more self-love, and you are acting completely and totally from your true identity. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have anything to add or ask, please leave your comments down below. So in the meantime, keep your vibe high and your magic flowing. And I will see you in my next video.